What's up, guys? It's Ziggity. I'm coming back at you again with another video. So it's no big secret that OnlyFans has been in the news a whole lot recently for some controversial business decisions that they've made. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown of the whole situation so you have enough context and know what's going on in case you've been, like, I don't know, living under a rock for about a year or two. So OnlyFans is this site that's pretty similar to Patreon. You pay money to subscribe to a content creator that you like, and they'll provide you with whatever content you're looking for. So I know a lot of YouTubers and Twitch streamers used Patreon as another way to make money by kind of giving their fans the option to see like behind the scenes footage, outtakes, and give like certain input about the channel, just kind of whatever. Like each channel had their own thing that they did on Patreon. I don't really know exactly when this started, but I know that at the beginning of the pandemic there was a really big spike. There was like hundreds to thousands of young women that were deciding to start making explicit content on sites like Patreon and OnlyFans, and Patreon began to crack down on it pretty quickly. I know they're not completely cracked down on it, but they did start to do a whole lot more moderation on their site, and that forced a lot of creators to move exclusively to OnlyFans. And if you don't really know exactly what OnlyFans is, it's pretty much the site that you want to go to if you want to pay for porn now. The girls that create content on OnlyFans have actually gotten pretty smart with their marketing. They've been setting up things like bot Instagram accounts that spam really dumb comments like, "Oh, you won't believe what I put on my story," in every single post, like literally from ESPN all the way to the freaking Pope. Like I have literally seen it on the Pope of the church on his Instagram in his comment section. They've been buying ads on popular meme pages on Instagram and on Twitter, which is another problem all of its own. Like I don't think anybody wants to be scrolling through Instagram looking at memes and then just see actual porn on Instagram. Like if you are an account that sells ads like this, you are destroying your community just for a few bucks. And like seriously, I have followed so many accounts just because they post ads like this all the time because they're more interested in making a few dollars than keeping their fans around and creating a community that's actually meaning something to them other than more views for their ads. They'll also do things like stream on Twitch in order to promote their OnlyFans pages. So like if any of you guys remember the whole hot tub stream controversy that was all over Twitch a few months ago, that was a major part of that, was girls were streaming to promote their OnlyFans pages. Which, I mean, that really did a number on Twitch and made a whole lot of people, myself included, unhappy with how Twitch handled that. Just some important statistics I think you guys should probably know before we go on with the rest of this video, just kind of about OnlyFans demographics and their numbers. So they have roughly 130 million active members, and 87% of them are male. There are about 2 million creators on OnlyFans, and the average creator only makes about 150 a month from their content. The average member's age is 29. It's also fairly easy to lie about your age when you're creating an OnlyFans account just because of how loose their security is. And about 60% of their internet traffic comes from Twitter alone. So now that that basic info is kind of out of the way, here's the main point of this video. About halfway through August, OnlyFans made the announcement that they would no longer be allowing sexually explicit content on their site at the beginning of October. I believe that this was probably because they wanted to move away from their current image as being just like a hub of degeneracy and loneliness, and changing from that to being a place similar to Patreon where the focus is on other like hobbies, topics, and like creators in particular. And it would kind of open them up to a much wider audience and maybe even like a potential service for other creators to use that may have been like, no, I don't want to mess with that because I don't want to be known as the person that has an OnlyFans page, even though I'm not creating content like that. Many other people were also excited about this decision just because of the negative impact that OnlyFans has had on society, but when things were looking pretty good, OnlyFans just immediately went back on their word. They said that, I think on their Twitter, OnlyFans made a tweet that said, "We stand for inclusion and we will continue to provide a home for all creators," which pretty much means that they don't want to lose all the revenue that porn generates for them. So this is kind of my opinion on the whole thing. First of all, I'm not a big fan of OnlyFans in general, just because of what their platform has become. I don't have a problem with sites like Patreon and stuff like that. Other sites, I think YouTube actually has a similar system now to where you can join a channel. and like pay a certain amount a month to kind of become part of a channel and get like extra perks and things like that from being a member on a channel. But if you are a big enough fan of like a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer or somebody, and you want to give them kind of extra money a month and subscribe to something and support them that way, and you can get like behind the scenes footage and like kind of special input, and like you can talk to the creators every once in a while, that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I think that's a good way to bring your community closer and also support people that I don't know, you feel like they deserve the money. But I mean, that being said, I have seen way too many girls turn 18 and then just immediately make an OnlyFans. Like, what kind of society do we live in where that is viewed as an okay thing to do? Like, what are you teaching young women by showing them that they can just getting paid by selling pictures of their butts to lonely dudes on the internet? Like, I wouldn't say that it's a super common thing among younger women these days, but it is definitely prevalent enough for it to not be uncommon. I would say easily everybody knows somebody that has started an OnlyFans, and if you don't, then you probably just don't know about it yet. So, like, when you show girls that it's okay to sell yourself on the internet like that, you are literally just reducing them to a product that can be bought and sold. Products are not people, they're objects. It's not just 18-year-olds either. There was this one girl that was doing an interview, and she said that she started making content on OnlyFans before she was 18. So OnlyFans has a policy where they require you to provide a photo ID to prove your age, just because, you know, that's illegal to make content like that under the age of 18. But their security is so loose that she used like one of her friend's IDs to prove that she was 18, and like she looked nothing like her friend, and then her account got approved and she was good to go. So like, needless to say, this is extremely illegal. And I guess this is just another kind of side effect that OnlyFans is going to have just as a result of their site becoming a porn site, because I cannot fathom why they wouldn't take the time to accurately verify IDs in order to make sure that people making content on the site were old enough. Why would you not just take the extra time to make sure you weren't committing a federal crime? Like, at best, that is an insanely bad liability, and I honestly don't think that they could have done a worse job controlling who can create content on their site. But I mean, the modern internet businessman looks kind of like this, so it's kind of what you get. I can completely understand why OnlyFans wanted to get rid of all this horrible stuff and just like a massive purge, like freaking Doom Guy ripping and tearing his way through a bunch of demons. Their whole reputation got changed from being like a Patreon-esque site to being just another site that schools block from their Chromebooks. Like, it would have cleaned up their image so much and like maybe brought new business to the platform, and you also would have got this warm fuzzy feeling knowing that you helped fight against the porn epidemic, which by the way, 40 million Americans watch porn every day, and in comparison, 21 million Americans have dealt with at least one drug addiction. So yeah. The thing that really just kind of set me off was just kind of how quickly they changed their mind about the whole thing. And I can understand that you'll lose revenue by cracking down on this kind of content, but you can't just think about stuff like this from just a monetary perspective. Like, take Tumblr for instance. Tumblr banned porn, I think back in like 2018 from their platform, and their traffic dropped by like roughly 40%. And that was on a site where porn was like nowhere close to being its primary content. So a site like OnlyFans that is known for this stuff, I estimate that there would probably be, I don't know, like a 60 to 65% drop in traffic. So they would lose so many people. And like, back on the monetary perspective stuff, I know that the business world is really not the most moral community on the planet, but if you're allowing girls to just go sell themselves the second that they turn 18, and also many others that are under that age because they were able to slip through your loose security just because it can make your bank account grow, you need to rethink your life and like pray a little or go to Bible camp or something. Actually, no, not the Bible camp thing, because you guys clearly have no problem with people that are underage. I honestly don't know what I expected from this company. Why would I expect the people that run the site to follow through on their promises? The site really just exploits vulnerable young girls and also lonely men. It'll mess with people's minds just by making subscribers feel like they're involved in an actual relationship that makes them feel more willing to pour hundreds of dollars into OnlyFans' pockets so they feel some twisted lie that they believe is actual affection. And every cent that donors give is really just one more reason for OnlyFans to stay around. So you guys are literally feeding the beast that wants to destroy you. I personally think that it just brings down society as a whole when you can turn something like a relationship that's just such a human and pure thing between two people into something like a commodity that can be bought, sold, and manipulated to willing investors. Like, that's just sad and really, really low. If you do have an OnlyFans subscription to creators like this, let me tell you what you need to do. You need to go and cancel them right now. You'll be doing yourself a favor, and you'll also be doing that content creator a favor. Instead of giving that money to OnlyFans, maybe consider dropping by my charity stream that I'm doing tomorrow, September 2nd at noon. It's going to be for the Eli Talley Foundation. We have a goal of $100, which will be going towards cancer research. So we're going to be playing Getting Over It, and I know I've played this game a couple times on my channel before, but every time someone donates $1, I'm going to be resetting the game. So yeah, I know I'm going to hate my life for those 5 hours, but it would mean a whole lot to me if you guys would show up to the stream, and I know it would mean a lot to the foundation when they get the donations that we bring together. Just make sure you subscribe here on YouTube and follow me on Twitch. The link is in the description. I guess that's all I have for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.